Have you ever wondered why some of the most dangerous lies don't come from strangers, but from the people closest to us? Or worse, from ourselves. These lies are not always spoken with malice. Some are whispered to protect, some to control, and some to hide painful truths. But no matter their origin, they shape our lives in ways we often don't realize until it's too late. One of the most dangerous lies is also the most ordinary. I'm fine. We say it every day, at work, at home, to friends, even to ourselves in the mirror. It slips off the tongue easily, almost like a reflex. But behind those two words, entire storms are hidden. Think about it. How many times have you been breaking inside, yet forced a smile and said, "I'm fine"? We tell this lie because we're afraid of being seen as weak, afraid of being a burden, afraid that if we reveal our true feelings, people will walk away. But here's the paradox. The more we hide behind "I'm fine," the more we create the very thing we fear most: distance. Instead of protecting our relationships, this lie builds invisible walls around us. We start living inside them, unseen, unheard, untouched. Psychologists call this emotional suppression, locking away feelings instead of expressing them. But what we suppress doesn't disappear. It leaks out in anxiety, irritability, and even physical illness. Every time we say, "I'm fine," when we're not, we are planting seeds of loneliness, resentment, and quiet despair. It's a mask we wear. And here's the danger of masks. If you wear one long enough, you forget who you are underneath. Another dangerous lie people tell themselves is this: I can change them. It often starts with good intentions. You see someone's potential, the partner who just needs love to soften their anger, the friend who only needs guidance to stop making destructive choices, the family member who will eventually learn gratitude if you just keep giving. This lie is rooted in hope, but it disguises itself as responsibility. We convince ourselves that it's our job to rescue, to heal, to fix. But here's the hard truth. You cannot change someone who is not willing to change themselves. When you fall into this trap, you enter a cycle of endless disappointment. Every time they break their promise, every time they return to the same destructive behavior, you tell yourself, if I just try harder, if I just love them more, they'll change. But they don't. And instead of freeing them, you become the one trapped. Psychologists call this the savior complex, the belief that you can redeem another person through your effort. But all it does is drain your energy, damage your self-worth, and delay the moment when you finally accept reality. Carl Jung once said, "The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely." And the same is true for others. Real change only begins when a person accepts their own shadow and chooses transformation. No amount of pressure from you can force that moment to come sooner. So the lie, "I can change them," is not just a false hope, it's a prison. And the key to escaping it is remembering this truth. You are responsible for your growth, and they are responsible for theirs. One of the most paralyzing lies we tell ourselves is this: it's too late for me. Too late to change careers, too late to heal, too late to dream, too late to live differently. This lie sneaks in quietly, often disguised as realism. Maybe you compare yourself to people younger, more successful, more ahead in life. Maybe you look at the years behind you and think, if only I had started earlier. But here's the truth. It is never time itself that holds us back. It's the story we attach to time. Every moment you're alive is still part of your beginning, not your ending. Think of it this way. A tree doesn't refuse to grow because it didn't sprout in spring. If it finds light in autumn, it will still rise. Humans are no different. History is full of people who began their life's work when others thought it was too late. Artists who only picked up a brush at 50, writers who published their first book at 60, thinkers who reshaped the world long after most people retire. The difference is simple. They refused to believe the lie. When we say it's too late, what we really mean is I'm afraid. Afraid of failing, afraid of wasting what little time is left, afraid of starting over. But the irony is this: believing it's too late is the only thing that actually wastes time. Jung once observed that the second half of life is not meant to be a continuation of the first, but a deepening. He wrote, "We cannot live the afternoon of life according to the program of life's morning." In other words, the later chapters of life are not meant to repeat the early ones. They're meant to reveal who we really are. So the lie of "it's too late" doesn't just steal your future, it steals your present. And the moment you stop believing it, you step into the possibility that was waiting for you all along. Before we continue, please take a moment to like this video. Your support helps more people discover these ideas. And if you're enjoying this journey into the mysteries of the mind, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Now, back to the video. At first glance, this lie looks like strength. I don't need anyone. It sounds independent, confident, even admirable. But in truth, it's often just armor, a shield we build when trust has been broken too many times. We tell ourselves we don't need anyone after betrayal, after rejection, after disappointment. It feels safer to walk alone than to risk being hurt again. And so we build walls, convincing ourselves that solitude equals freedom. But humans are not designed to exist in isolation. From the moment we are born, connection is as vital as food and water. Our nervous system literally calms in the presence of safe people. Loneliness, on the other hand, weakens not just the mind, but the body. Studies show that chronic loneliness can be as damaging to health as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. The danger of this lie is that it confuses protection with power. Yes, solitude has value. Moments of being alone can help us think, heal, and grow. But when we convince ourselves we don't need anyone, we cut ourselves off from the very experiences that make life meaningful. Love, friendship, trust, intimacy. Carl Jung wrote, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." When we allow ourselves to connect, to truly open, transformation happens. When we deny it, we remain hardened, unchanged, stuck. You don't need everyone, but you do need someone. A safe person, a witness to your story, a companion on your path. To say, "I don't need anyone," may protect you from pain, but it will also protect you from joy. And in protecting yourself from joy, you slowly stop living. Perhaps the most limiting lie of all is this: this is just who I am. At first, it sounds like self-acceptance, a declaration of authenticity. But more often, it's not acceptance at all. It's resignation. It's the moment we stop growing and confuse our current state with our permanent identity. People say it when they've failed too many times. "I'll always be angry. That's just who I am." Or when they feel stuck. "I'm not meant for more. I'm just average." Or when they've hurt others and don't want to take responsibility. "That's just my personality. Deal with it." But the truth is this: who you are is not fixed. It's not carved in stone. Your personality, your habits, even your deepest patterns are not the final word on your identity. They are simply chapters, and chapters can be rewritten. Carl Jung believed that the human journey is one of individuation, the lifelong process of becoming whole. And wholeness means transformation. It means confronting the shadow, uncovering hidden aspects of yourself, and becoming more than you ever imagined. When we cling to the lie, "I can't change," we reject that journey. We choose comfort over growth and fear over freedom. And ironically, the moment we say, "I can't change," we change. But not in the way we want. We grow smaller. We grow harder. we grow stuck. The reality is this: change is not only possible, it is inevitable. The question is not whether you can change, but whether you will choose to shape that change consciously, or let it shape you unconsciously. So the next time you catch yourself saying, "This is just who I am," remember, it may be who you are today, but it doesn't have to be who you are tomorrow. The most dangerous lies people tell are not always meant to deceive others. They're the quiet ones, whispered to ourselves in the dark. Each one feels safe in the moment, but each one slowly erodes our potential, our relationships, and our freedom. The cure is not brutal honesty with the world. It begins with honesty toward yourself, because the moment you stop lying to yourself, the lies of others lose their power over you. So I leave you with this question: what is the lie you've been telling yourself, and are you ready to let it go? If this video resonated with you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content, and share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.